When a millionaire nearly runs out of money, he doesn't give up. He doesn't just sit back and watch his empire crumble. For me, that means picking up the tools again. You can take away the wealth, but you can never take away the drive to revive. Hello everybody and welcome back to My Garage Revivals. Alright, so yes, before we continue, I'd just like to wish everybody a happy new year. But yes, as you can see, we definitely had a little bit of construction starting here over at our house. So the reason being that we've got the old driveway. It's sort of broken down already a bit. But yes, the driveway was very hard on some of our vehicles, so we could never ever drive lowered vehicles like our BMW E30 over here back to the house. So now that the driveway is being built, we are going to be able to at least drive this car from the house to the shop as well. So I actually did go ahead and lower the suspension a little bit more, so it looks a little bit better like this. And I think that it's definitely going to suit the car a little bit better if we can eventually decide to sell it on like that. But yes, today we are going to jump into our trusty old pickup truck here, which I did a little bit of work on off camera yesterday because, yeah, obviously when I got back on Wednesday, there wasn't a lot of time for a lot of things. So what I did was I ordered a bunch of parts on Wednesday, and some of the parts arrived for Cyclone's truck as well as the parts that you are going to see basically on this truck today. So all of the suspension has been sorted out. So this truck is, as it sits here, basically mechanically sound. We just have to do a little bit more bodywork to this thing and obviously get some proper wheels for this thing, which is on the agenda for today. So obviously we also spent quite a bit of money with the construction going on, and also all of the parts we had to order. As also we paid a bit of money for our trip because we went away a bit and also spent a little bit of money. Alright, so we're just gonna pull out to here. So yeah, I can hardly wait until they are done with this driveway. So the funny thing is, the guy who is doing all of these construction works for us is actually the guy that bought the F100, or well, he traded us the BMW for the F100. So yeah, he's definitely got a proper work truck now for doing all of his construction work. So obviously our driveway isn't done yet, so we're just gonna have to take it nice and easy here with our old truck, so we don't get any flat tires. But yeah, I actually like the way that he managed to merge the driveway with the road here, so it's definitely not bad at all. It's still got a little bit of a hump here, but it's much better than what we were used to back there. Alright, but yes, let's make our way back to the shop and see what work we can carry on with today. Alright, so we are back at our shop, and yeah, I must say this old truck is actually doing very well. It seems to be at least reliable enough for us to start using this as a daily. And yeah, I did a terrible job at parking it over here, but that's okay. We're not gonna really go anywhere today because we've got a lot of stuff happening over here at the shop, so I don't think it's gonna be in the way or anything like that. So I think let's start over here at the suspension shop. And yeah, I'll just show you guys that building over there was actually put up within the last couple of days. The very same guy who is doing the driveway for us actually came and built that shop over there. So that is a little dyno shop that's going to be opening there soon, as well as there's a built-in paint booth and everything in that shop. So we'll have a look at it maybe at some point. Apparently somebody has bought that piece of land and they're going to start up a little shop over there. So yeah, it might be a little bit of competition for us, but that's okay. I'm sure we've got our clients who are very loyal to us. But yes, over here in a suspension shop, you may notice we've got a brand new car as well. So this is a 1998 Ford Focus. It's a car that a guy, actually a youngster, bought off of his grandfather recently, and he wants us to spice it up a bit. So I did go ahead and order some new rims for him. And we're also going to be tinting the windows and mounting some adjustable coilovers to this thing, just to give it a little bit of a more young person vibe going on with this thing. So we've got the hubcaps and rims that we're going to be taking off, and he also asked me to remove the trailer hitch. I don't know how this is mounted. Looks like it's just got the two standard bolts like usual. But yes, as you can see, we also have got quite a bit of work to do today to Cyclone's El Camino. So we've got basically everything we're going to need for this thing in order to get it up and running today, hopefully. So that includes suspension and everything that is going to go onto this truck in order to make it run and drive properly. I think we might be missing a handbrake cable, although it might be somewhere. I don't know if it's actually arrived with the rest of the parts. So we're just going to have to make sure on that. But yeah, I think the old handbrake cable was actually nothing wrong with it, but I must have accidentally chucked it. So I probably forgot to order one, but that's okay. We'll just go and pick up one maybe from the shop quickly, and then we'll be able to get this thing sorted out. But yes, without any further delays, let's get our shop opened up as well, because I want to show you guys around what's cooking inside the shop. So yeah, you'll be pleased to know that I did pack away all of the Christmas decorations. So let's just get the lights turned on. So we've got Charles's pickup truck in the body shop over here. So we're going to try and put this thing back together for him and hopefully get this thing ready to go down the road today. I think we also have got everything for this thing. Yeah, it looks like it. So we're just going to get the wheels installed and get the brand new headliner and carpet and a new bench seat and some other parts that I ordered as well installed. I already replaced the lamp trim on this grill, so that is just a lamp trim that was bent a little bit. So yeah, we're definitely going to get that truck up and running again today. In further news, I actually moved the office around a bit as well, because we got ourselves a nice little safe that is going to be good enough for storing our cash in. So I've got I think of 50 grand in that safe that was delivered by Cyclone, part of the payment for his El Camino. So yeah, let's get into this thing and start putting this suspension back together and see if we can get this car or this truck up and running once again. Alright, so first things first, we are just going to get some tools that we're going to need. I believe we should be fine with the screwdriver and the wrench. So we're going to quickly just put the screwdriver on the table here. And yeah, maybe, come to think of it, maybe we should start with the welding work first of all, because we got a couple of panels that we still had to weld back onto this thing. So let's get that installed, and I actually remember to bring the welding machine over as well. And we're just gonna see if we can weld everything back together on this truck first of all. Right, so there is supposed to be another weld back here. I do remember I did cut that one without any reason the other day. Alright, so next up we're going to mount our front panel here. Also going to get this thing welded up into place. And once we can get this truck sort of put back together and it's up and running, we're going to move it over to the body shop, and then we're going to definitely start tackling all of the dents and stuff on this thing. Alright, so let's go around the back here where we need to mount this middle frame brace. So we're just going to weld it up there and on that side, and I don't think there's any welds on the front at the back of this thing, so that is good. And now we're going to grab the torsion support. Come on, there we go. Alright, so we're going to weld this into place. Now I see where the other welds were on this front panels. Right, so it was welded to the torsion support. Okay, but I think that is everything that we needed to weld onto this pickup truck. So now we can start with the suspension and just start assembling everything. So yeah, I think let's start with the front this time, because we've got quite a lot of parts actually to start with. So I think let's do the front first, and then we'll get the wheels and tires and brakes and everything installed on the front, and then we'll move over to the rear. Right, so that's our lower control arm sorted. Let's get the upper control arm into place, and we'll just zip that down, and let's grab this one. Right, I should actually mount this fender because it's kind of being in the way here. So let's just do this. Let's grab this, get that onto there, and we'll just bolt it down. Perfect. And now I think we can get our strut rods in. Alright, if this is the correct, yeah, that is the correct one. Okay, and let's grab this one, Alright, it's a little bit hard to get the right spot for this, but there we go. That is sorted. And now that we've got our middle frame brace, or no, actually the torsion support sorted, we can also get the tie rods back in, or these, what are these things called again? Torsion bars, I just said it actually. Alright, so we'll pop that one in there, and we'll grab this one and pop it into this side. Right, there's the hole for it. Alright, great stuff. And now I think it's time to start with the steering box, steering arm. We'll get the steering link in, and we'll get the tie rods. Alright, so 2 bolts over there. Steering column still looks decent, so I don't think we have to bother with that. Let's grab the steering arm over here. Okay, steering arm goes over somewhere over there. Okay, we've got 2 nuts on this. Just zip it down like that. Perfect. And now we can grab our tie rods. Just gonna bring these a bit closer. Alright, so let's grab the steering link over here. Alright, let's just get that into position there. Bolt it up. And on that side. Right, let's get the tie rods on. Let's bolt it down there. And let's grab this one. And just bolt it down. Perfect. Alright, so next up we've got brand new hub carriers for both the passenger and the driver side. Because I figured might as well just replace everything as far as worn parts are concerned. So that we know that everything is going to be as good as it can be when this truck rolls out of here. Alright, so there we go. That is sorted. We'll get our wheel hubs in as well into position. Alright, let's bolt these 2 down. Alright, that is looking good. And now I think it's brake discs. Alright, brake discs for the front. Let's not forget the shock absorbers as well. But let's tie down these brake discs first of all. Alright, let's do this one. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Alright, so now let's not forget our front shock absorbers. Let's just get that one into position. And there's a bolt down there. The other one for the front is this one. Right, and zip that up. And over there. Great stuff. And now I think it's just the brake pads and the calipers. So let's make a little bit of space over here for these brake hoses to go on. Also get the pads installed, obviously. Okay, so let's pop these into there. Come on, why does it always have to pop out on me? Alright, come on, there we go. Great stuff. And let's get the brake lines installed. Alright, there's the one. Let's do the other one here. Alright, great stuff. And then check, this is for the passenger side, okay. Alright, let's get down here. We're just going to bolt the caliper down. 2 bolts on that. And we're going to grab the caliper for the other side. Let's just come around here. We'll do it from here. Perfect. And now we just need to grab our main brake line. So that we can actually start bolting these hoses down. And that way we know that is done as well. Alright, so I think there's nothing more for the front. So we can grab the 2 wheels here. So these are the wheels that I decided to put onto this truck. So these came off of TC's drag truck back in the day when we were working on it for him. We actually replaced the wheels. And yeah, we kept the old ones. And now we're going to have a nice new place to fit them to. Alright, so yeah, there we go. That actually suits this old El Camino very well. So I think that is decent. So yeah, let's think. What do we? Yeah, I think maybe let's do the rear suspension next. So let's grab our leaf spring, because the one leaf spring on this side we actually left it on the truck because it was still good. All right, so let's bolt the leaf spring back down. All right, let's grab our rear axle here. We should probably get our differential back into place first onto this thing. All right, let's just bolt this back down. Okay, and over there, and then we'll see if we can slide this into there. Not a problem. Okay, and let's just bolt down this. And over on this side. Okay, that is good. Alright, now come to think of it, I actually forgot about the transmission support. So we can actually get this put back onto here. Because then we can actually bolt down the transmission and mate it to the engine. So that when we are ready to fire this thing up, we're going to at least be able to move it under its own power, hopefully. Alright, and yeah, as I mentioned, this is a 6-speed gearbox. It's definitely a nice little upgrade for Cyclone's truck here. Alright, and then let's just maybe lower this thing back down so we can actually get to those bolts. Okay, so over there and right over there, do we actually have a main brake line? I think, yeah, that's also something I forgot. We do have got a fuel line somewhere that I remember, if I recall correctly. Unless if I also chucked that by accident. So yeah, we're going to have to go and grab a fuel line, main wires, and also the handbrake cable, which is something we need to get in order to get this thing up and running. Okay, let's just continue. We'll bolt that down. Let's grab the brake fluid reservoir. Let's get this bolted down on the main line. Okay, so that is bolted down all the way, which is good. Alright, so we are sort of jumping around now, so let me continue with the rear suspension where I was actually busy. Alright, so we get our hubs back in. Alright, let's do this side. We might have to lift this thing up a little bit more. So let's just do this. Okay, so that we can actually get our drive shaft in as well. Yeah, I think let's go higher. Let's just mind the garage door over there. Okay. Alright, let's get the drive shaft in. Okay, let's just zip that down. Alright, drive shaft is in, so that is looking very good. And now let's do our rear suspension, well, the shock absorbers, part of the suspension, obviously. Right, so that is the one side. Okay, let's grab the next one. Alright, just like that. Okay, so that is rear suspension getting there, slowly but surely. Now let's grab the brake discs. Let's just put them on their places. Back there. And what else do we have on the table? Yeah, I think it's just the fluids over there. Alright, so let's not forget to screw down the brake discs. Otherwise, they're gonna probably not do what they're supposed to do. Okay, and this one as well. Alright, I think we can put the screwdriver back in the toolbox for now while we are back here. Alright, so let's grab the brake pads and get them into these calipers. I put that down over there. Come on. Yeah, these things always a bit finicky. Here we go. Alright, next one. Let's do this. Okay, brake hoses. Okay, there we go. That's the one. Come on. Where do you want to go? There we go. Right, so this is the passenger side. Let's put it onto there. Bolt it down. Okay, and let's grab the last one. There we go. Driver side, rear caliper. Let's get that bolted down. Okay, great stuff. And now we can mount the rear wheels. Let's just bolt everything down nicely over here. Alright, and the last one. Let's just bolt this wheel down as well. Trying to follow that star pattern a bit. Alright, there we go. That is Cyclone's truck actually put back together, suspension-wise. And if I'm not mistaken, if we put fluids into this thing and we got some battery cables, then we should actually be fine. Let's just wanted to check this. Battery tray is actually looking a little bit banged up. So yeah, we might have to actually go and grab a new one of these as well. Yeah, that is a little bit too far gone, because I remember we had a little bit of damage on this corner. Alright, so what I'm going to do is we're going to jump into our pickup truck, and I'm going to try and do a better job at parking it this time when we get back. And we're just going to go and grab a handbrake cable, main wires, a fuel line, as well as a battery tray for this thing. We do have got a brand new battery already. And then we'll come and put everything together and try and get this old Chevy El Camino of Cyclones fired up and see if it actually wants to move under its own power again. Alright, so there we go. We've got basically everything in the backpack, except for the handbrake cable, obviously. So that's a little bit too big to fit. So yeah, we're going to jump into our truck. We're going to head back to the shop and see if we can get everything installed once again. Alright, and here we are back at the shop, and this time I reverse parked the truck, so it actually looks a little bit better parked this time round. Alright, but we're gonna just open up the suspension shop once again. So we need to get the handbrake cable and the new handbrake installed, along with all of these goodies that's in our backpack over here. Alright, so I think let's start with the battery tray. Alright, get that into position. Yeah, that looks much better. Alright, then we're going to grab the main wires over here. Alright, so that we can bolt down over there. Let's just do everything that we need to bolt down over here. All the wires and stuff. Let's just double check all of the engine bolts and gearbox bolts. Yeah, everything looks good. Alright, the alternator. Oh, would you look at that? Yeah, I noticed I actually installed the fuel line already. So we actually bought the new fuel line for no reason. Well, not really for no reason, but we didn't need one on this truck. Alright, well, let's get this thing lifted back up. Let's just close the garage door. Yeah, we actually should have pushed the truck a little bit forward, but that's okay. I think we'll get the handbrake cable in easier this way anyway. Alright, handbrake cable. And let's just bolt it down at the front on that side, and also on this side at the front. Why do some of these bolts look loose now? I think, no, they're actually good. Alright, must have just been my imagination. Alright, so now we can lower this thing back down. Alright, that looks decent. Let's just get these arms out under from the truck. Just like that. Alright, yeah, I actually think we did push this thing back because we didn't have a handbrake cable. Alright, let's open this door. We'll actually push it out a little bit so that we can top up the fluids as well. Alright, let's just open this door. Okay, before we do the fluids, let's just quickly grab our handbrake lever over here. Okay, let's just see what this thing looks like. It's actually not half bad, but we've got a new one anyway, so might as well just pop the new one on. Okay, and there we go. Just get under here, just bolt it up. And there we go, the handbrake actually works, so that is pretty decent. Alright, well, let's quickly grab the radiator as well. Gonna get this installed. I will just bolt it down on this side and over on that side. Right, great stuff. The last thing I need would be the battery, which is also down here. Right, there goes the battery. And we'll bolt down the positive and the negative. Alright, well, I think now all that's left for us to do is basically all of the fluids. So I'm going to start with the brake fluid over here. Let's just get the cap opened up here. I'll put it on the fender there. Let's just fill this thing up nicely. Alright, there we go. May have spilled a little bit, but it's okay. Luckily no painted surfaces in this engine bay of this truck. Alright, so there we go. That is brake fluid sorted. And yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to also do the oil and the coolant. And then I'll bring you guys back up to speed once I'm ready to try and fire this thing up again. Alrighty, so there we go. We've got oil and we've got coolant. So I only added 2 bottles of oil because the engine already had a little bit of oil in it. So yeah, we've got an extra bottle of oil that's going to be kicking around the shop for now. But if I'm not mistaken, if we get into this thing now and turn the key, it should actually fire up without any problems. And there we go. We are a little bit low on fuel, so it might not run for very long. So let's quickly get this thing moved and just see if it actually does run and drive. Yeah, actually the brakes feel good as well. Alright, well, this is going to go straight into the body shop while we've got it running. And just listen to how smoothly that engine runs at a 7.2 liter V8. Definitely sounds very good. Alright, let's jump in on this side again. And let's just pull it in. Alright, that should actually do. So now that we've got it in the body shop, we can actually start having a look at what work this body is going to need. Should actually get a little bit of a clean first before we start tackling the body. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do now is we're just going to leave this here for the moment, because I actually want to go and just do the work onto our customer's Ford Focus in the garage here as well, or in the suspension shop. Because yeah, I'm actually quite interested to see what the wheels and tires on this thing is going to look like that the owner has picked, and also what adjustment we're going to have to do to the suspension. Okay, so we're going to grab the hubcaps. We've got 4 of these hubcaps. So yeah, once again, we're going to be keeping these old wheels and tires along with the hubcaps, and all of the springs that's going to come off the car as well. So yeah, that is going to be some extra wheels and tires that we're going to have around the shop as well, which is always good. Alright, I actually got the hubs, heavy duty hubs for our pickup truck already as well, so that is just waiting for the rims. I did go ahead and order the rims, so they might take a couple of days to get here, because they are very special chrome rims. It's actually the same guy that Hugo got his wheels from for his truck. Okay, so we're just going to chuck these over there. And I believe when I received the rims, the guy told me that I don't need wheel spacers for this specific car, so it should actually look pretty decent once we get those wheels installed. Okay, and let's just unbolt these wheels on this side as well. Okay, we'll just make another stack of wheels over there. Right, let's grab the last one. Okay, so there's the last wheel. Alright, so let's just put that down over there. Alright, so now we're going to need our spring compressor. That is in the big drawer over here. Alright, let's grab this. See if we can get these springs out, the old ones. Alright, let's put them on the table as we take them out. Alright, starting with the rear ones. Okay, so that is the 2 rear springs out. Right, let's grab the new rear ones. Right, I see these are kind of adjusted already, so we'll just get the car out of the shop here and then we'll fiddle around with that a bit. Okay, let's do this side. Okay, now it's for the front ones. Now I heard it's a little bit tricky getting these new springs installed at the front, so I guess we'll find out. Okay, so there's the one front spring. Okay, and now we're going to grab the other 2 front springs. And we're going to get these popped in. Hopefully, we're not going to have any trouble with this. Alright, well, I don't see really what's the problem, because that one went out, well, in quite easily. And so did that one. Alright, well, yeah, I guess it was just the guy who did the job struggled a bit with it before. But okay, now let's get those beautiful new rims mounted. These 5-spoke wheels. I think this is definitely going to suit the car quite nicely. Right, let's just bolt this down all the way. We'll do the star pattern, obviously. Alright, because these are alloy wheels. Don't want to end up bending these. Alright, let's grab the Other two for the other side. We'll start at the front. Alright, start pattern it is. Just like that. And the last one. Alright, so that goes over there. And that is perfect. So we've got the wheels and tires installed on this thing. And let's lower it down quickly. Oh, actually, before I do, let's not forget we still need to remove the tow bar or the tow hook, because that is no longer necessary, because apparently his grandfather used to tow a little trailer with this car. Okay, so we'll just put that over there. So that is going to be something we can reuse again at some point. Alright, let's lower her down. And we'll just open these arms. Alright, there's definitely a little bit more adjustment we can make to this. Alright, well, I'm going to push it forward a tiny bit. Alright, so that we can get the door open here. Alright, and we're going to need our wrench if we're going to be doing any adjustments to this thing. So, yeah, I think let's just pull it out. We're going to pull it in the sun, so we can also do the window tint in the sun, rather. Okay, so let's hop into this thing. Gonna see what this thing sounds like. Alright, well, that little 4-banger is definitely purring away. I think this has got a 1.8 liter inline 4 installed in this car. Not exactly sure if it's the stock engine for the car, but okay. It actually sounds very good. Alright, let's grab our wrench here. And in order to adjust this thing down, you're going to have to tighten up these nuts on the springs. Alright, we'll do 2 on that side and 2 on this side. Let's just see what it looks like at the back now. Yeah, that's not too bad. We can definitely come down a bit at the front as well. Let's do 3 clicks in the front. Alright, how's that? Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Alright, let's go down 2 more at the back. Must just be careful not to let this thing drag on the ground by going down too much. Well, we'll go down 1 more at the front on both sides. If we can get to that. There we go. Alright, well, I think it doesn't look too bad. We can probably go down 1 more at the front, because it looks like there's a little bit more gap in the front. So let's do it like this. Just going to go 1 more click on each side. Alright, and that is looking pretty decent, pretty sharp. And now we're going to get all of these doors open so we can quickly apply the window tint. Let's not forget to put our wrench back here. Alright, so we are done with the wrench for the suspension shop for now. Alright, let's get the window tint installed. And I think 1 roll should be enough, because we're not going to be tinting the windshield. Right, and the last one, just like that. Alright, so that is actually very nice and easy. And it's a very simple job that we just did. I mean, there's nothing really much to change some wheels and tires on the car. And yeah, obviously, I don't just want to be considered a tire shop, but yeah, we definitely made a big impact on the way this car looks. And I hope that the customer will be happy with the outcome of this. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to park this car in the shade next to our truck over there. And then it'll be ready for when the customer comes to pick it up again. Alright, and there we go. So fired up, no problem once again. And yeah, she's sitting quite low now. Alright, let's reverse it over here next to the pickup truck. Got some nice wide parking spaces here actually. It's just hard to see out of the back of this small window on this car. But there we go. I think we should be good just like that. Alright, and get the handbrake up. And well, there we go. So that is 1 times 1998 Ford, well, not 88, 98 Ford Focus sorted out. We're a little bit close to the wall there, but I missed it. So yeah, I think it actually transforms the car just by changing the wheels and tires on this thing. And also that little bit of a drop that we gave it actually suits the car very well. Alright, well, I'm definitely going to have to take a picture of this thing for the thumbnail. But man, yes, you can't stop looking at this thing. I'm just not too fond of the green interior. I wonder if that's something that he would like to change maybe a little bit later down the line once he's got a little bit more money. But I guess we'll find out. But alright, so the last job for today that I would like to try and get done would be the pickup truck, Charles's truck. So I think this thing we're going to start with the wheels and tires. And then we're going to get everything else popped back onto this truck. Alright, so let's just grab these old wheels that we had on this thing. Alright, and let's grab the new wheels or his old wheels and put these back on. Alright, so these are Steelies. They definitely have been chromed. Absolutely looks pretty decent on this truck with this paint job. Okay, so that is sorted. Let's just get our old wheels and tires over here. We'll just throw them on a stack over there. Alright, let's take this one off. Yeah, it's always handy having these old wheels laying around the shop, because then when you take something to the paint booth, you just slap some old wheels on it. That way you don't get paint on the customer's wheels or on the new wheels that you're mounting on the car. So it definitely helps quite a bit. Alright, let's do the last one over here. Don't really have to loosen this thing in star pattern, but okay. And there we go. Perfect, so his wheels are back on. And now we can get this thing lowered back down. Alright, let's just put our wrench down over there. And we'll just let it go down slowly. Alright, perfect. Great stuff. And now we can actually pull this thing off the little scissor lift so that we can actually work around this thing. It's a little bit too close to this box over here and we end up banging the door against it every time we open the door. Okay, and then here we go. And my, I actually forgot how powerful this truck is. Right, let's just park it over here. This is a decent spot for it. Okay, so yeah, I actually did go ahead and buy myself a little portable seat. Not really portable, but something that we can use to move vehicles around and not get worried about getting paint on the bench seat of this truck. So I just bolted it down with 2 bolts. So let's grab the old seat here, or our new seat. I'm just going to put it over here on the workbench, because we're definitely going to use that again. Okay, and then we're going to grab our floor carpet first of all. Let's slide this into place, just like that. Going to grab the new bench seat, because this is one that I'm replacing. The old one was a little bit tired, was definitely on its last legs. Okay, so that is sorted. And yeah, that's just one thing I remembered now. I forgot to get the windows for this thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to have to maybe improvise. Because we don't have the glass for this truck for that side. So what I think we'll do is we'll go and steal the windows off of our ramp truck for now. I must just remember to actually go and grab the ones that we need to replace on the ramp truck then. Although I don't know if those are tinted, but I guess we can also just scratch the window tint off. How's this window lifter doing? It's also not too great, so yeah, I think let's actually get all of the glass and stuff we need from our ramp truck. Unless if we've got it on this truck. I don't know if we've got the glass in this door. Alright, let's see. And man, that bolt is a little bit knackered, so this door is definitely dented quite badly. Okay, there we go. Let's get the door panel off. Because I mean, this is something we're going to have to strip anyway off of this truck. Okay, so how good is this window lifter? It's actually very decent, so we'll install this one onto his truck on this side. Okay, so that is for the driver's side. It's got some good glass on it. Okay, no window tint on it just yet, so that is good. And I did notice we've got the small window as well. Right, so let's go and grab the small window from this truck as well. Right, so we are going to move this thing into the body shop and leave it here. I think what I'll do today in order to get home is I'll just take the ramp truck, because we don't really have to leave the ramp truck here every day. Right, so let's just bolt that up. Okay, so that's all of the doors, well, the windows in that door sorted. Let's grab a door panel. Let's get the door panel onto here. And I think this is actually a new door panel as well. The old one was looking a little bit tired as well. So we're just going to replace that anyway. Alright, on this side we do have got the glass, but we don't have the window lifter. Okay, let's see if we've got a window lifter in this door. Looks like it. Alright, let's undo this door card. I should actually just chuck this stuff in the back of the truck here. Alright, yeah. Just checking this thing does actually work. So that is good. Alright, let's undo this window lifter. Alright, so this one is also very good. So let's go ahead and put this into Charles's truck. So that just means we're going to have to order some new stuff for our personal truck. Alright, so that is sorted out. We've got the windows and everything sorted, and obviously we need the glass as well from the truck, so we'll just go and grab the ones from our pickup truck outside. Gives me all the more reason just to get some new glass for our truck here as well. Right, do we have a rear glass in this thing? Yes, we do. Okay, so there we go. I'm just going to grab this. And we're going to pop this into Charles's truck, because I actually forgot to order the glass. So I'll order some new glass for our truck. But there's nothing wrong with our truck's glass anyway. This is just going to save us a little bit of time from driving to the shop now to get this glass. Alright, so there's the windscreen as well. We're going to just pop this windscreen in here as well. Great stuff. Alright, so that is perfect. So we are definitely making progress on Charles's truck. So I really want to try and get this thing ready for him to collect, because yeah, I think he actually misses his old truck. Alright, so there we go. That is our headliner into position. We're going to need a screwdriver for this mirror. Alright, let's just put that into position for now. Alright, let's grab our screwdriver from the toolbox. I should have actually grabbed this thing earlier on when I was here. Okay, so let's get back here. Let's hop into the truck. Just zip that rear view mirror down. And now I believe we can actually... let's just put the screwdriver there. We can actually fit this in a door panel as well. Alright, so that is the interior on this truck completely sorted out. So now we've just got a couple of pieces of trim, some bumpers and stuff to mount, and then this thing should be good to go. Okay, so let's grab the pieces of trim for the arches. We've got some new ones for the left hand side, because this was basically where most of the damage was. Okay, so let's grab the front one. I think we should get this door open so we can work here, because we need to mount our grill. Alright, so let's grab the grill. Just get that into position. Alright, let's zip it down. Just checking for any alignment issues. Everything actually still looks decent. So I think we are good. Alright, so let's get the front bumper while we are at the front of the truck. Alright, let's pop this onto here. And just bolt it down there. And over there. We'll grab the rear bumper next, seeing as we are busy with bumpers. Alright, rear bumper bolted down there. And over there. Which actually reminds me, I still need to order a bumper for the other truck as well, for our own truck. Alright, so there's the trim pieces. Let's grab the long ones first. Doing this now with the wrench in my hand, but I don't think it's really a problem. Okay, we are going to need the screwdriver anyway for those door mirrors. So let's do this. This is the passenger side door mirror. Right, so the driver side door mirror, we had to order a new one. Okay, so we're just going to grab the new door mirror and pop this on, because the old one was quite broken badly, or quite badly broken, rather. Okay, so there's the door mirror on that side. And now we've got pieces of trim for the cab. So this one is for the passenger side, I believe. Yeah, it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's grab the driver side trim. Pop that onto there. We're going to need the cab trims. Let's pop these onto there. I think some of these are also replaced. Some brand new ones that I ordered. Okay, let's grab our tailgate trim. Just like that. Now we've got our door trims. Pop that onto the door over there. Which one is for the front right? It's this one. For the fender, just pop that on. Actually done under the hood now. Okay, let's grab this one for the front left fender. Should go onto there. And let's grab the last one for the door. Alright, and just pop this onto the door for him. And now we're going to grab the screwdriver here for the taillights. Left taillight, just put that on, screw it down over there and over there, and the last one on this side, just pop that onto there. Alright, that is looking very good. Alright, let's grab a wrench for the last two pieces of the puzzle. So we've got these wiper motor mirrors, not mirrors, wiper arms. So they should actually go on like this. Okay, and let's grab the last one, last piece of the puzzle, and then this will be sorted out. Alright, perfect, and let's just bolt it down. And I believe that is Charles's truck put back together once again. This thing is actually looking very good again. It didn't look so good when it got into our shop, had quite a bit of damage, and the body was actually terrible shape. The mechanical side of things weren't too bad. We only replaced a rear differential on this truck, which was definitely necessary. But everything else actually checked out quite well. So I'm quite happy the way this truck turned out. I just hope Charles will also be happy with it. So yeah, next up we'll be basically working on Cyclone's El Camino further, getting the bodywork sorted on this thing. There's a couple of patches of rust here and there that I'm going to be sorting out. What I'm going to do though off camera before the next episode is give this thing a little bit of a wash, because it's a little bit filthy. I still need to move the pickup truck over here into the shop, because we need to get it indoors now, because we removed the windows from it. So yeah, that is something that I can actually do now. So let's hop into this thing. And I should actually give the client a phone call and just see if he's going to still come and pick up his car today. Otherwise, we're also going to have to pull that into the shop for him. We'll obviously charge him storage fees if that is the case. Alright, so there we are. Perfect. And we are basically ready to end this episode, guys. So yeah, I think we did quite a bit of work. We've got Charles's truck done. We've got Cyclone's truck up and running at least. We did a little bit of work to a customer vehicle as well, which is sorted out. It's definitely not a big job, just replacing wheels and tires and suspension. But yeah, this is actually definitely a little bit of money back in our pocket again. But I think that is going to be where I end this episode. So I'll see you all in the next one.